Hi guys, I'm just at the cafe at Sawa Citi in Rebero waiting for my friend to turn up. It's got a really great view, but this is a bit crazy, I'll show you. This is the weather at the moment and... oh, that car doesn't sound healthy. Yeah, so we're just starting the dry season and it's been raining and the weather's really cloudy. It seems really strange for this time of year, but that's the centre of town straight ahead. Pretty place to have coffee.
It was my friend Solvay's suggestion to have breakfast here, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's not somewhere I would naturally have thought to come, but the breakfast was awesome. Definitely set me up for the day. We opted for the Vista breakfast, which came with coffee and so much food. There was luncheon meat, imboga, sausage and potato, toast and scrambled eggs, and a random slice of pound cake. There was also a very nice fruit salad of watermelon, pineapple and mango. You might remember from the last catch-up video that I had strung up an old mosquito net to try to catch avocados before they hit the ground. I had limited success.
Oh look, there's a giant avocado right next to the bloody net. I've got my eye on this one right here.
But things got a lot better.
Oh, hey up, we've got our first avocado. It looks like a slightly manky one. Yeah, that one don't look too happy. I'm still waiting for these nice big ones to fall down. Don't reckon it's going to be too long. Got the first avocado of the season. It's a little bit of a small one. Looks like it's been a bit bruised and battered, but always nice. Well, there we go. Looks pretty perfect. The avocados here are so creamy. They're really, really good. For some reason, when I go back to Europe, people seem to think that small avocados are better. They seem to think that bigger ones have less flavour, but honestly, avocados in Rwanda are absolutely fabulous. There we go. Bit of salt, bit of pepper, and an egg. Good breakfast. Feeling a little bit shiny this afternoon. I've been running around like an absolute lunatic. I'm heading over to my friend's house. We're holding a leaving do. One of our other friends, she's been a lecturer here for years and years and years, and she's leaving the country. So we're having a farewell party, which is a big part of expat life. It's a bit of a revolving door. People come, people go. Wasn't that a song? Ugh. Yes. Yeah, we're going to go and just say goodbye, and it's a dip party apparently, so we've all made dips. But I've been running around because I left it a little bit late because I thought I could buy some dips and some crackers online through my local grocery shop, and I managed to get the crackers, but they didn't have any dip. So I had to order the ingredients to make dip, and they arrived really kind of fine to the line. So I've just made dip, I've thrown myself through the shower, and I'm now going across town. So I've got just enough time to show you what I've made, and then we've got to go. But I have been promised margaritas, so it's going to be all right, guys. Okay, so here's my stash. You cannot go wrong with Pringles. You cannot go wrong with sour cream and onion ones especially. A couple of packets of crackers. And these are the dips that I've made. So let me unbox them. Okay, so these are still warm. I have literally just finished making them. This is chickpea hummus with balsamic vinegar and chives. There's a little bit of roast garlic in there as well. But it's probably, I don't know, it's a little bit bland. If I'd had longer to do it, I think there'd be more flavour. This is an aubergine and peanut concoction with a little bit of curry. I was going to say curry spice, but my friend doesn't like heat. So it has got a bit of curry, cumin, celery powder flavour, but it hasn't got really any heat to it. So it's sort of aubergine and peanut curry without the curry. And this is probably the best one. This is butterbean with roast vegetables. So roast red pepper, roast garlic and roast onion. And I think of all of them, this one's probably going to be the best. That's a bit of black pepper on top. So yeah, this is what I've thrown together. I mean, it literally took me 10 minutes to put it all together and maybe about 35, 45 minutes to roast the vegetables. So let's go.
I'm taking a public moto so that I can have a drinky wink. Kigali is very pretty at night. Lots of beautiful lights. That's the convention centre up on the hill. It lights up at night. Traffic can get a little bit crazy. People got places to be. These are the back streets at night. There's always a lot of little shops still open. Fruit and veg stalls, hairdressers, photocopying, that kind of thing. I arrived just in time to watch the watermelon margaritas being made. It was a beautiful sight.
I appear to have arrived at the optimum time.
And of course, if you're going to be drinking, you need to line your stomach. It was a dip-tastic evening, and Joe has these clever wine charms, so you know which glass is yours. There's nothing nicer than getting together with your friends and sharing food. We've definitely said goodbye to a lot of people over the years. But an interesting thing about Rwanda is that many of them come back again. It seems to draw people in. I'm an example of that. I left for a few years and then found myself back here. And one of the things that made me stay was that so many of my friends were either still here or moving back as well. A key part of any gathering is chocolate. It's getting easier to find it here, but for years it was really hard to get, and so you always shared what you had. The more unusual, the better. This is white chocolate with ylang ylang, as in the massage oil. Definitely a unique concept. Weirdly, it does sort of work. Like I said, Kigali is beautiful at night time.
I heard a thud. I think. Yeah, it worked. There's an avocado in the net. Big avocado. Huge. It is. Amazing. Alright guys, moment of truth. My giant avocado. Was it worth waiting for? God, it's huge. Ta-da! It's huge and beautiful. Oh, that looks wonderful. I'm going to have some on my food tonight with my baked potato. Let me have a little taste of it. Oh, it's perfectly ripe. Perfectly ripe. So there was quite a lot of avocado because it was a huge avocado, and I'm having it with mixed beans and cheese baked potato. Plenty of butter and mayo, so it's looking good.
I'm finishing up with some cat-related news. Everyone's okay, but there was an injury involved, so if you're squeamish, you might want to clock out here. So every now and then we have a feral cat move into the neighbourhood. Cats are really territorial, so although my three get on really well with each other, they will defend their garden against any strangers. This has led to some pretty serious incidents over the years, and more than a few vet bills. When it happens, I have to borrow a cat trap and deal with the situation. I used to take them to be neutered before they were released, but veterinary bills nowadays have gone up steeply, so as much as I'd like to still do that, I tend to just release them. Unfortunately, poor Jazz ran afoul of one such intruder recently.
Oh dear, we've got a situation today that's quite difficult. Hello, baby. So, hello, I know. So we're going to be relocating this guy here because my cats keep getting attacked on a regular basis. But it's extremely difficult for me because he looks identical to little baby Jazz here. And Jazz, as you can see, he's been injured. I think by that cat quite badly. But they look so similar. And emotionally it's quite difficult because I feel like that is what Jazz would have turned out to be if he hadn't come to live with me, if I hadn't found him as a kitten. So it's quite a difficult one to relocate this guy, but it's got to be done. So I've just got back and yeah, it was really difficult, you know, because even though I knew it wasn't Jazz, when I opened the trap and he dashed out for a split second, I was just like, oh God, you know, it's like watching Jazz run away. It was awful. But I watched him for a bit after he was released and he was fine. We took him to a very nice, oh, hello. Right there, Hal. All right, boy. Hello. Come down. Boop, boop. Hello. Hello. All together. Yeah, he dashed off and it's a really nice green area, just really beautiful area. So he ran out of the trap like a wild thing and he stopped and he looked around and then he trotted off into the undergrowth, and I think he'll be fine. I did put him in a very nice place and I don't think it will take him too long to adjust. It's a bit of a shock at first, but I think it's nicer than this built-up area here, to be honest. I've got much more room to roam and hunt. But these guys are my first priority, and I have to make sure that they're safe. Yeah, Jazz has still got an injury. So we can't really afford to be injured again, can we, darling? It was getting better, and now we need to work on it. Hi guys, it's been a heck of a morning. This little boy here is the most amazing boy in the world. He has just sat down and allowed 3 of us to minister to a massive wound on his leg. You want to show them? Oh, you want to show them what it looks like, babe? You want to show them? No, I won't touch it. I'll show you later. But he's been the bravest boy in the world today. Haven't you? No anaesthetic, no painkillers. He just let us work on him. And he didn't bite, he didn't even hiss. And, oh, there we go. This is what that stray cat did. And he's been limping for a few days now. Look at that. Ouch. No anaesthetic, he just sat there and let us shave it and wash it out, open it up, clean it up. And the vet referred to you as a little angel, didn't she? You are just lovely. All of my cats are scarily good. They don't like strangers, they'll hide. But when the vet comes and something needs to be done, they will just let it happen. They don't hiss, they don't scratch, they don't bite. Even though, oh, it hurts, baby. Oh, it hurts. He's running that off. That's a bit painful, he's running it off. But yes, I'm going to start him on some antibiotics and painkillers now. And I'm so grateful to the vet. Ruth and Angelique are just incredible. Ouchie, ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie.
Just a little update, he is absolutely fine. Everything has healed up perfectly.